survive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shine in the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. This defense for the Buccaneers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing is Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now Wilson. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. The Bucks at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Here we go. Set.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Here we go now on 1st and goal. To throw again is Wilson. Dancing to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, a give to Penny. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll run a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a third and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Now it's Jackson. This is Smith with a grab. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. On first and 10, it's ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll go option to the short side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready. Off.
Here's Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On the return, here's Agnew. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson going to look to do it himself. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 44, Jackson. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And let's see, the Bucks with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 43. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Etienne up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Travis Etienne, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Jackson here is going to look to throw, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. From the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A give, it's Etienne off the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
3rd and goal from the 6. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Bucks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Bucks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight over the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Jackson to throw. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gano for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Packers 34, Buccaneers 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is...
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go